Imagine a world where the next global war isn't fought with missiles but with money, where factories, algorithms, and innovation are the new weapons, and economies are the real battlefields. Right now, two giants, China and the United States, are entering a new phase of this economic war. Both nations have announced bold 5-year plans that could reshape global power for decades to come. The question is simple: who will dominate the future? The established superpower or the rising dragon? Welcome to Nation Face-Off. Today we break down the China versus USA Economic War 2025, the clash of two economic empires. For decades, China's economic growth has been engineered through its famous 5-year plans. Since 1953, each plan has defined national goals, industries, and innovations. Now, as China moves into its 15th 5-year plan, Beijing's ambitions have evolved. This is no longer just about GDP growth. It's about self-reliance, technological supremacy, and global influence. At the heart of China's new plan are three powerful priorities. First, technology independence. China wants to cut dependence on Western tech by building its own giants. Billions are being poured into artificial intelligence, semiconductors, green energy, and quantum computing. The message is clear: no more relying on American chips or European software. Second, the dual circulation strategy. China aims to balance exports with internal consumption, encouraging its 1.4 billion citizens to buy Chinese-made products and power growth from within. Third, the green transformation. China plans to peak carbon emissions before 2030 and reach carbon neutrality by 2060. Renewable energy, electric vehicles, and smart cities are the pillars of this vision. China's new 5-year plan isn't just about numbers. It's about reshaping the global order and preparing for long-term dominance. But the United States isn't standing still. Washington has rolled out its own long-term strategy, a mix of industrial policy, innovation funding, and trade defense designed to counter China head-on. The Biden administration introduced the CHIPS and Science Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, and a massive infrastructure investment plan. Together, they form America's unofficial 5-year plan, even if Washington never calls it that. America's vision rests on three pillars. First, rebuilding manufacturing power. After decades of outsourcing, factories are coming back home. The goal is to make America the global hub for advanced manufacturing, from semiconductors to electric vehicles. Second, tech and innovation dominance. The United States is doubling down on research in AI, clean energy, and biotechnology. With private sector giants like NVIDIA, Tesla, and Microsoft leading the way, America wants to drive the next industrial revolution. Third, strengthening global alliances. The US is rallying partners like Japan, South Korea, and India to build economic coalitions that challenge China's Belt and Road Initiative. While China builds inward strength, America builds outward alliances. Two strategies, one goal: economic supremacy. Let's look at the scoreboard. As of 2025, China's GDP stands near $18 trillion, while America's is around $27 trillion. But China's growth rate, about 5%, still outpaces America's 2%. China leads the world in manufacturing, electric vehicles, 5G networks, and infrastructure. It produces more steel, more smartphones, and more solar panels than anyone else. Yet the US still dominates in innovation, finance, and military technology. American firms lead in AI software, semiconductors, and cloud computing, and the US dollar remains the world's reserve currency, a weapon no one can ignore. Both giants, however, face internal battles. China struggles with an aging population, youth unemployment, and a property market crisis. The United States faces rising debt, political division, and manufacturing labor shortages. This economic war isn't only about who's stronger, it's about who can survive longer. And the impact spreads far beyond Beijing and Washington. From Europe to Africa, from South Asia to Latin America, nations are being pulled into one of two camps. Some join China's Belt and Road Initiative for quick infrastructure and easy loans. Others align with America's free market alliances for innovation and stability. The result is a new Cold War of economics, fought with trade deals, supply chains, and data networks instead of armies. Whoever wins won't just control the economy. They'll define the world order for the next 50 years. Behind every policy lies a silent weapon: technology. China is racing ahead in AI surveillance, 6G, and quantum computing, building a future where information equals power. Beijing dreams of digital dominance, from smart cities to space-based internet. Meanwhile, the United States invests in ethical AI, data privacy, and open innovation, trying to lead the digital world without losing its democratic values. Then comes the energy war. China leads in solar panels and EV batteries, controlling nearly 80% of global supply chains. The US counters with billions in hydrogen power and advanced nuclear technology. The next 5 years will decide who controls the energy of the future: the sun, the wind, or the atom. By 2030, economists predict a historic shift. Some believe China's GDP will surpass America's. Others say US innovation will keep it ahead. One thing is certain: the era of easy growth is over. We've entered an age of strategic economics, where every chip, every factory, and every trade route matters. Both nations are preparing not just to grow, but to outlast each other. And as they do, the rest of the world must choose: innovation or infrastructure, freedom or control, stability or speed. This is more than an economic rivalry. It's a civilizational showdown between two visions of the world. So who will win the economic war of 2025? Will China's state-driven model rule the future? Or will America's innovation-driven system remain unstoppable? The answer may define the 21st century itself. This is Nation Face Off, and you've just witnessed the next great battle. Not for land, not for weapons, but for the future of power.